Good morning. A lady came and found me here when I first got here and I was doing my morning pages, and she said that she used to come here every day and do yoga on this little pier over the marsh, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry I took your spot, and she said, no, I'm really happy to see somebody doing something positive here. It's like a blessing. And then she complimented my hair. So she was a pretty nice lady, even though my hair is, you know, slept on. I had to cover it. I can't take it. Alright, so I've been thinking a lot today and yesterday about professionalism and what does that mean, you know? Because I'm trying to decide, do I need to completely separate these videos from my massage business, or is it okay for them to be connected? Because YouTube has this annoying thing where you can only have one YouTube account per email address, and I'm like, alright, so am I gonna go through and make a separate email address and a separate account and everything? Or is this a sign that I shouldn't separate them at all? And the big concern is that these videos are not professional, and I am a professional, and I've been thinking about that word, and I'm starting to think that I want to define professional in a way that's different than the way that I have been. I think that when I say professional, I've meant conventional. Yeah, basically that the way that you appear and the way that you conduct yourself is very normal. That's pretty much how I've been thinking of it. And that's funny, that's weird. That's not what it means, actually. So I just looked it up real quick, and I read things like conforming to the technical and ethical standards of the profession, and acting in a courteous and ethical manner, things like that. And that's basically what I had started to come to in my morning pages this morning, was like, professional doesn't mean that I don't do anything silly or don't let my clients ever find out that I've done something unconventional. What professional means that I show up on time and I'm prepared and engaged and I do my best I can for my clients, and it means that I, you know, return their phone calls as soon as possible, and it means that I, you know, it means that I don't do anything that makes them uncomfortable, things like that. It doesn't have anything to do with recording videos in the woods about my thoughts about life. You know, I was thinking if I shared something in these videos that was like inappropriate somehow, if it was crossing some kind of a boundary where it would make people uncomfortable, but I'm not. So I think that what I'm starting to decide is that this is professional. Or not that this is professional, but that it wouldn't break any horrible rules if they found out, because it's been a big question mark for me. Like, does this need to be anonymous? Does it how separate does it have to be on the internets? And I'm starting to think it's, you know, I mean, I don't think that I'm going to like really encourage my clients to watch this, unless maybe certain ones I will, but not generally. But at the same time, I don't think that I need to put too much trouble into making sure that they don't find it. They're coming. Was that professional? I tried to record something specifically for my business yesterday while I was at work. It was like a little vlog about softening towards yourself and a little meditation on softening towards pain. And it was so different. I just, you know, it's so funny. I'm trying to get this, like, this beautiful thing that's happening here into my business. It didn't work that way. I was like so nervous. When I was trying to edit the video, I was like, oh my god, I look so nervous and inhibited. It's so funny.
I'm here to share a little wisdom with you today.
I think that I'm like working the edge of my inhibitions and beliefs around what I can and can't do in my work, and I don't know, but there's some kind of process happening that is kind of funny. My real self needs to be let out. Ah! Time to stand up. All right. There's this really cool book called Illusions by Richard Bach, and there's a quote in that book that I've always really liked that goes, "Live never to be ashamed if everything you said and did was published around the world, regardless of whether what was published was true." And I feel like that really applies to this. It's like, oh, am I doing something that I don't want everybody in the world to know about? No? So what's the problem? I think a lot of it is about the fact that I'm young. I was only 19 when I went to massage school, so I've always been in, and I look even younger than I am. I had somebody like a couple months ago ask me if I was over 18. Like she really didn't know whether or not I was over 18. I'm 26, okay? I think that because of that, being such a young person in a profession, and also being a woman, I have felt like I really need to prove myself. And I've worked so hard to prove myself in these ways that I don't think are really necessary or the most effective. You know, now I'm focusing on, like, actually being professional as far as, like, just taking care of shit, you know? And doing my best at my work and being responsive and responsible. That's the stuff that matters, not whether or not someone might see a video of me with messed up hair on the internet. Apparently you're my baby now.